Now we are all threaded and ready to start sewing. So in order to do that, I'm just gonna take a piece of fabric here. I'm gonna put it under here, and this is called the presser foot. And back here is a lever, and you use it to lower and raise the presser foot. So before you start sewing, you always want to lower the presser foot, and that just holds it in place. And then you are ready to go. So you're just gonna step on this guy, and that gets the machine to start sewing. So normally you want to line it up or do whatever, but I was just trying to show you. So before you pull it out, first you're gonna use your hand wheel and make sure to turn it to where the needle is in the upright position and about to come back down. And then you'll reach back here, lift your presser foot, and then you can just pull this out. Take your scissors, give a little clip. You want to make sure you don't cut too short, otherwise your thread's going to come undone. And you'll take the thread again, pull it behind, that way it's out of the way. So normally when you sew, and then you can see I just stitched quick line there. So normally when you sew, you're going to want to line this up. So remember, everything's going to be 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch off, because the needle position is 1/8 of an inch to the left instead of center. So normally the edge would give you a 1/4 inch, but now it's going to be more 3/8 of an inch. So if you want to sew it 1/2 inch, you'll actually line up with where it says 3/8 on a presser foot. Standard home sewing patterns are 5/8 inch seam allowance. Industry patterns are 1/2 inch general seam allowance. But so if it has 5/8 inch seam allowance, then you'll want to line it up to 1/2. So you'll line your fabric up. Sorry, trying to do this with one hand. Say to 1/2 if you're doing something with a 5/8 inch seam allowance, and then you'll lower your presser foot, which again I'm reaching behind the machine to do. And then you're going to step on your pedal. You're going to give it a couple stitches. Then we're going to push this button, because remember that's our back stitch. A couple more stitches, then let go. Then we're going to push the foot again. And when we're ready to go to the end, you can take your foot off the pedal. You don't have to, but I'm just doing that to show you. You're going to push back stitch again. 1, 2, and then all done. So then again, you're going to want to turn your hand wheel to make sure your needle is in an upright position. You want that thing to come up, and then you're going to reach over, lift your presser foot, snip your thread, and then see here, you have a nice line, and I back stitched there and back stitched there, which will keep it from unraveling.